Hi, and welcome to week two's discussion. This week it is all about popular and scholarly sources and then how to conduct those searches. So today I wanted to answer the discussion question, and I encourage you to record your response as well. I just wanted to model it and what it might look like. So first off, I want to talk about the three major differences between popular sources and scholarly sources. When I learn, I like to use little helps to help me remember. So I think of the three L's. The major differences usually are in location, length, and language. So location, scholarly sources, I find those in academic journals or research publications. For popular sources, you can find those all over the internet. You can find popular sources in magazines, in newspapers, in blogs. You hardly ever have to pay for them. And so that's where you can find popular sources. Now, the length is also a thing as well. Scholarly sources are typically very long because it takes and it expands on all the research that they found about a topic. Now, the length for popular sources is much smaller because remember, it's popular items for entertainment, could be recipes or the best keto recipes. I'm going to share that in just a second. So the length is fairly short. Now the language is also very different. You will, while you're reading those academic sources, the language is going to sound like a textbook or sometimes even more in depth than a textbook. You're going to use statistical language. They're going to use philosophical language. They're going to go really deep. Now, in popular sources, the language is going to be much more informal, might even be first person. You can read it as a newspaper article. You can see how the language is used there versus a scholarly article on, let's just say, business theory. It's going to be different. So those are the three major differences. Now, what scenarios, what might I use popular and scholarly sources? Well, for scholarly sources in my own career, I've used it when I have to create papers or when I go to conferences and give presentations. In my personal life, popular sources, I use it all the time to find the best keto recipes. I read blogs about health, and also when I want to buy cars or make other purchases. That's kind of what we talked about last week in that research process. But a lot of those popular sources are what I use. Now, why is it important to me to know the difference? Well, this isn't going to come out of the textbook. I want you to think about that. It's important to me because it informs me the best way possible for my needs. If I'm an educator or I'm writing a paper, it better be scholarly and research-based. I don't want to be at a presentation or a conference talking about concepts that have not been vetted through research. On the other hand, if I am looking for personal use, for personal information, I don't necessarily need to see the research. I may want to know what are the top trends when picking out a recipe, what makes it keto-based, things of that sort. So it's important to me so I am the best informed that I can be for the need or the various need I have in my life and in my personal career. I look forward to seeing why it's important to you as well. Take care.